everyone. My name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That's midday if you're in Australia, or around 1 or 2 a.m. if you're in the UK. I hope all you guys and girls are well and you had a good weekend. Remember guys, if you miss the live streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos tab on my Twitch channel, or you can go to my YouTube channel /Phil Does 3D to watch my previous streams there as well. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can find my Twitch channel by looking in the description below the video you are currently watching. That'll take you to my Twitch channel where you can go to the About Me section if you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, or you can click the link Hellforge has popped into Twitch chat right now. There's a section on the Discord, a gallery section where you can show up your work. So I like looking at what you guys are making. There's also other really helpful stuff like art help and advice section, section where you can link to your portfolio or your art station, tutorials and tips, all sorts of good stuff on the Discord. So jump on the Discord server. We're going to continue working on a game called The House in the Hollow. You can wishlist that now on Steam, either by clicking the link Hellforge popped into Twitch chat, or again going to the About Me section on my Twitch channel and looking in my panels to find a graphic that says wishlist the game. That will take you to the Steam store page. Or again, if you're watching me on my YouTube channel, you'll find a link to the Steam store page game in the description below this video. Okay, my website. There's one more thing. If you want to find out more about me and what I do, you can go to my website, which is phildoes3d with a .com on the end of it. I haven't updated my website for a little while, but there's a gallery on my website of some of my previous work and links to all of my social media, including my Twitter, which is at phildoes3d. Good morning, Hellforge. I'm doing really well. I hope you're doing well as well. It's good to see you, buddy. I hope you had a good weekend. Hellforge says it's 2 a.m. Central EU hype. He says, speaking of art help, ArtStation Learning is still free for the rest of the year. So it might be time to start watching the stuff you've been putting off. Good suggestion, Hellforge, yes. Epic Games purchased ArtStation, I believe. I think it was Epic. And when they did that, they made the learning sections on ArtStation free, and they've extended it apparently till the end of the year, Hellforge says. So there you go. Jump on ArtStation. There's a lot of really, really good tutorials and things on ArtStation, and check it out. Yeah, Epic. I thought it was Epic, yeah. They seem to be buying up pretty much everything these days. Tamana, thank you for the 53-month subscription. You are absolutely awesome, Tamana. You are my longest subscriber, I'm sure. So thank you, Tamana, for 53 months in a row. Wow. I have not been streaming that long, really. Helpwood says they can buy me as well. He says I need the money. Yeah, hey, Epic, throw some money my way. I wouldn't mind either. Yet they didn't buy Speedtree, which really, really surprises me because, I mean, I would have thought that would have been a good fit for Epic. Instead, Unity bought Speedtree. So there you go. Who can work Epic Games out? Because they also own Quixel, and they just bought Sketchfab, and Sketchfab and Quixel are pretty much the same thing. So I don't know. They buy Sketchfab and they don't buy Speedtree. Come on, Epic, what's going on? You know we need plants in our games, so you know there is no solution apart from Speedtree, really. I mean there is, but it's not very good. That's world position offset. Hellforge says, and Unity got Weta visual effects thingy, yeah. Peter Jackson, isn't it? New Zealand guy who did the Lord of the Rings. Owns a company called Weta Digital, I believe it is. And yeah, Unity bought that. So there you go. Hellforge says, I saw something, but I don't recall the specifics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's Peter Jackson's company, Weta Digital, which is based in New Zealand. He was the guy that made the Lord of the Rings series, the new ones. Yep, so there you go. Hellforge says, I guess Epic figured Quixel would be good enough not to throw money at Speedtree. Yeah, but Speedtree is different to Quixel. Speedtree is an animated plant software. Quixel is photogrammetry non-moving assets. So even though you can download plants from Quixel, they're not animated plants. You can use world position offset and things to animate them in the engine in Unreal, but they don't look great, and they don't look anywhere near as good as SpeedTree. Because yeah, so I really don't understand what Epic are thinking really. Hey, it's their money; they'll throw it at whoever they want. But if it was me doing it, I wouldn't have bought Sketchfab. I would have bought SpeedTree. I think it would have been a better buy, unless Epic have something planned. Who knows with that company? Maybe they've got their own animated plant thing in the pipeline, like they do with the MetaHuman thing, with the character creation. Possibly. Who knows? Well, I hope they got something planned anyway, because if they expect us to use world position offset to animate plants, then that sucks. I'm sorry, but that sucks. But hey, even though Unity bought SpeedTree, you can still use SpeedTree in Unreal. So at least at the moment, unless Unity decide to change that. So I guess that's okay. At least there's that. And remember, if you do want to use SpeedTree for Unity, or actually I'm not sure if it's free for Unity now, I don't know. But if you want to use it in Unreal, you can subscribe. It's about $20 a month to use SpeedTree to make your plants. Once you've made your plants, you don't have to keep subscribing. You can then use your plants in the game engine. So generally it doesn't take, very long to make your plants in SpeedTree anyway. So 1 or 2 months subscription and you should be able to make everything you need. Then you cancel your subscription. You've saved your plants out, so then you can use them in your game. That would be my advice. Healthwood says, to me it would have been a no-brainer to grab it. It seems super useful, but I don't have Epic's bank account. Yeah, well, Epic's making huge bank with that Fortnite game. It's been so successful for them, which is great for Epic, but I really don't see the attraction to that game. I don't know. It's played by 8-year-olds, isn't it? Not really a grown-ups game. Well, I'm sure there are grown-ups that play it, but it doesn't interest me. I don't like the art style. I don't like that cartoony art style. Generally in games, I prefer a more realistic looking game. But hey, it's not made for me. I'm not their target audience, I guess. So, I'm sure Epic really don't care what I think. Anyway, I do have to warn you guys too. I'm expecting a delivery, so my intercom will probably buzz at some stage while I'm streaming. Just a fair warning, because it's quite loud. My mic picks it up really, really clearly, so be prepared for a loud buzz at some stage soon-ish, I'm assuming. I generally get my deliveries just before midday, but my time, and now it's just after midday my time, so I'm expecting it any minute. Coffee, yes, let's have some coffee. It's pretty warm here today in Melbourne, in Australia. Well, it's 26 degrees Celsius, that's not hot, but it's warm. It's been pretty cool though recently for this time of year. For Australia, it's unusual. Snipereko, hola to you too, buddy. I hope you're well. Helpwood says, got the first snow of the year, so I'm so jealous of you people that live where it snows. I wish I did. I want to live where it snows. It's not fair. Is there enough snow to go out and make a snowman, Helpwood? Yeah, so again, I'm just warning you guys, I'm expecting a delivery, so expect a loud buzz at any stage on my mic. I'm sorry about that. My mic is just too sensitive and the intercom is right behind me, so. Alright, we will carry on. So, we had moved on to working on the Art Nouveau entry for the first landscape, but we're just going to revisit the fence here for a brief minute because we need to grow some ivy. Now you guys know I usually use a plugin in Max to grow my ivy. I won't do that with this one because the plugin I use is only really for Max. And because you guys use a whole variety of different 3D software, we're going to use a program that Euro mentioned called Ivy Generator. And it's this thing here, and it's completely free to download. So you just download it and use it. So regardless of what 3D software you're using, you can use it to grow ivy on whatever models you make. And it's free, so who doesn't love free? It hasn't been updated for a long time, but it still works really well. Oh, Helpwood says the Blender got Ivy as well. Well, there you go, Blender as well, and it's free. Oh, well, there you go. So if you're using Blender, you can use the plugin I'm assuming Blender has for Ivy. If you use Max, I use a plugin for Max. But this software is completely free and standalone, so you can use it for whatever 3D software that you use. So we're going to start by importing a model. We're going to import one of the gates, I think. So let's find our gate. For models, our gate. Our gate left. Okay. This is the only thing with regard to this program. It only imports OBJ, and I generally say that as FBX because that's what I import into Unreal, but that's no problem. That's why I have this open, so we can re-export. So we're going to start with the left gate, and we're just going to export it as an OBJ so that we can bring it into that Ivy generator. Models, car gate. We'll put it in the exports folder, I guess. Yeah, why not? We're going to be saving as an OBJ. Should all be good. We'll find out. Helpwood says the Blender Ivy program, all you have to do is to check the box in the add-on preferences. It comes with it. Oh, well, there you go. Well, that's pretty cool. Max doesn't come with an Ivy generator by default, unfortunately. I wish it did. You actually have to buy the plugin that I use, which is the other reason I'm going to use this other program, so you don't have to spend any money as well. There we go. Here we go. I'm just getting used to the interface because again, I don't generally use this software. I use the plugin. So this is the left gate. Looks like the program has, you know, again, I need to reacquaint myself. Oh, there we go, with the interface for this software. It looks to me like it's flipped the model for some reason, but that's okay. We can work with it like this. Let's work from this side, I guess. So, we don't want to flip the normals, we don't want to export the object. We want to... I want to try and work out what I'm doing. I really hate it when software doesn't follow a standard interface. It really quite annoys me. Let's just put that there. Try that again. And again, this is generally why I use the plugin, because it's just easier for me to work in Max. I think I want to grow the ivy down in this corner, because if we do have it so the gate's open, we need the ivy to move with the gate. And if we have the ivy base growing here, when we open the gate, you're going to see the stem of the ivy move, and by putting it down in this corner, we can sort of hide that. Let's try growing it. Okay. Let's increase the size. Branching probability, let's pull that up. Hey Sniper Echo, it's good to see you, buddy. You want to ask me something? Well, that's not what we want. I'm just trying to work out why it's not, it's only growing a small ivy. I wonder if it's because we may be too close to the gate. Shouldn't be. Upwards says saving coffee. Well, I won't say, but I will have a copy because I'm just trying to work out why it's not growing correctly. And it's one of these little adjustments here that's causing the problem. In case the program's getting confused, let's add a new one. That's better. Now I'm just checking the size of things here to begin with. And our ivy is way too big. Yeah, too big. Or is it? Well, the stems are way too thick to begin with. Nope, leaf size. I'm going to complain about the interface. I shouldn't, because it's a free piece of software, but it's very difficult to actually equate which one of these belongs to which adjustment. For instance, it looks as though it's the bottom one, which is strange, but anyway. So this adjustment belongs to this. This adjustment belongs to this. You would assume anyway. So yeah, it's confusing me a little bit. But the program is really responsive and it's easy to make changes. So that's good. ivy leaf size. And the other thing that's odd is you would think the bigger you go here with the leaf size, the bigger the leaf would be. But you see that the bigger you go at, the smaller the leaf looks. So it's sort of like backwards. It's a bit strange. Gravity weight, adhesion weight, branching probability, primary weight, ivy size. Leaf probability. Oh, okay, this is the leaf probability. This is what I mean. I'm getting confused here between this is this, and this is this. So this is what we want to make it bigger. It's way too many leaves though, so that is that, that is that, that is that. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to reduce the size of the branches because they were too thick. Now what I want to do is try and reduce the amount of leaves. Leaf size, leaf probability. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah. Because we can't have too many leaves. It's really, we want to try and make the mesh as small as possible, and it's going to be a large mesh anyway because each of these ivy leaves is a leaf card, so. I still think the branches might be a bit too thick, maybe. The other thing that's an issue is you see how it's sort of like draping down below the gate, and this is the ground level here. So I think what we're going to do here is to help the program out so it doesn't do that is we're going to jump back into Max. We're going to isolate this piece here. And now I'm getting confused again because I'm in a different piece of software. There we go. We're going to just put a plane in the scene. Yeah. We will, again, I just have to check. Yeah, the gate actually does set up a little bit off the ground level. So let's just move this so it's underneath of the gate. Let's re-export as an OBJ. Let's import I'm just trying to work out why it's done that to the mesh. So I think what I'll do is jump back into Max again, and we're just going to, instead of using a plane, which seems to be causing a bit of an issue for the Ivy program, Sorry about that. I hope it wasn't too loud for you guys. So, yes, what are we doing? So yeah, we'll use a box instead. Just, oops. And we'll see how that goes. So let's re-export this again. Make sure I'm unmuted and all that jazz. And let's try re-importing the model. Really seems to be having an issue for some strange reason. Very odd. I think the normals, I want to say the normals were flipped, but yeah, I think they may have been. So that wouldn't have helped. It still doesn't explain what's going on with this box though. The only other thing I can think of is the program is getting confused because this is not an edit poly, so let's convert it to an edit poly. See if third time is the charm. Helpwood says, how much of the assets for the game are left to do for the whole team? Ooh, off the top of my head, well, probably most of the assets are done, maybe about, well, and it depends on if we come up with new ideas as we go along, as we finish things off, but probably maybe about maybe 20%, 15% left to do. Like most of the assets are made, but they haven't, some of them haven't been optimized yet to be taken into the game engine. So that will be basically what I'll be doing. So yeah, 15, maybe 20% left to actually make or optimize, make or optimize, whichever way you want to look at it. Most of it's made though. You guys know though, when you start taking stuff into the engine, it can sometimes, like, even though the assets are made, we have to we still have to set up scenes like the crypts and the basement and the elevator room and all that sort of jazz, and putting all that together in the engine, even after the assets are made, can take a bit of time to get right, to get lit, all that sort of stuff. Helpwood says it's some great progress. I have been working on it. We have been working on it for a very long time. So Epic game, sorry, not Epic. Nvidia, I'm sure would like me to hurry up. I'll make it a bit more. But it'll be ready when it's ready and not before. because it's something none of us at the game studio want. We don't want to release something that's not ready. You see that way too much with game studios. They release before it's ready, and it's never a good idea. I'm just doing this to try and see if it's going to recognize the box on the ground or not. No, it's not. Well, yeah, it sort of is and it's sort of not. So it's not bringing the box in correctly. Yeah, so there's an issue there. I think what I might do here is I'm just gonna I might just close the program down and restart it. We'll see if that makes any difference. And if it doesn't, then we'll jump back into Max. Movie generator, import. Again, this program has not been updated for a long time. 2007. That was when the program was released. Yeah, no, it's still having an issue. So back into Max. What we're going to do is we're going to attach both of these together. We'll see if it has an easier time with it that way. We don't worry. I don't care about the texture. So yeah, the game is coming along. I mean, it's coming along. So asset creation, 15 to 20% left to do, but we still have a lot of environments to set up. We still do have the first landscape and the last landscape to do. Even though the assets are ready, it's still going to take a while to actually put it together. It has a real problem with that box for some reason. I don't know why. It's very odd. Very, very odd. I'm surprised it doesn't give me an option here to no, it certainly doesn't, to actually define a ground plane. But it does not appear to. Alright, let's see if we can do something else. Let's go back here. Is my phone going off? No, stop it. Turn attach off. There we go. It may be because it's just too low poly. So let's I can't. Let's put a quadruply mesh down at a size of 2. Let's see if that helps it at all. Can you see what it's doing here? That is weird. Let's look at the export settings coming out of Max. Maybe it's having a problem with that. So I'm getting it to export as quads. Let's get it to export as tris and see if it has an easier time. And that's better. So it was actually, the program was having a problem with quads. By the look of it. Okay, so let's try this again. My next door neighbour is starting to cook again. I can hear her chopping away furiously in the kitchen. No, that's fine, but it's not growing high enough, so we need to make some changes. There is a way to reset this, but you know, I can't remember what it is. Like, reset the ivy, I mean. Leaf probability, ivy size, ivy branch. So, yeah. Adhesion weight, branch probability. Way too big. Seems strange that there is no option here to reset the ivy. The only way to do it is to actually add a new point. And the reason it's tending to grow along the ground is because I'm trying to grow the ivy from the ground. I may have to do it from actually up here, I think. Because yeah, it seems to want to just grow along the ground. But I don't know what it thinks it's growing on there.
If I run away, know that you're better off. 'Cause I've made my mistakes, hoping I won't get caught.
It's behaving strangely. I'm gonna flip to normals and see what happens. No. Again, we really can't have it growing along the base here. So try it again. The branches are way too thick. I'm wondering if we should bring the post in as well. Might be a good idea. In fact, we'll bring all of these in, including this. Von Buki! Hey Von Buki, sorry I've been so caught up with what I'm doing here I didn't notice you. Hey Von Buki! You're saying my mic is blowing out badly? Shouldn't be. Anyone else? Is my mic blowing out for anyone else? Because I'm looking at my OBS. Although I did do a Windows update this morning, so who knows. My Windows updates always tend to muck about with the audio values. Is my mic blowing out for anyone else? So am I sounding weird for anyone else? Too loud for anyone else, or? Windows hates audio, as Wambuki says. It does. Like, yeah, I'm at -1 on my mic in OBS, but I haven't changed anything. I will check it after the stream though, because I always edit out my streams after the stream in Premiere, so I'll check the audio level there as well. Let's re-import this model again. Yeah, Microsoft pushed out a cumulative update and a .NET update and who knows what else. This is Windows 10, by the way. I haven't upgraded my stream machine to Windows 11 yet. My main workstation is Windows 11, but my stream machine is still Windows 10. Okay, let's try growing this again. Besides primary weight, adhesion weight.
I wanna go to a place where I can feel the rain again. I wanna reach the mountain where I can soar across the sky. And so my feet start to tremble, they lift off the ground. I leave it.
I'm just trying to make sure the ivy is not too big as well. I think the branch size is still a little thick. And the leaf size, branch size, leaf size. Leaf probability should be alright. that one. So it's the one below. Max adhesion, max float length, branch probability.
I wanna fly through the night and feel what I used to be. I wanna run away where I can soar across the sky. And so my feet start to tremble, they lift off the ground. I leave it all behind, and I can see the horizon, it's calling my name. I leave it all behind. I'll rise above all that I hold dear. I'll never fall.
We have to decide whether we're going to have these gates stay closed or allow the player to open them. We must make that decision now because it's going to affect where I place the ivy. Because for instance, if we have it so that the player can open this gate and we have the ivy here, the ivy's got to be attached to the gate so it will move with it. And that means when the gate opens, the ivy will intersect the post, and that would not look good. So let's say that the gates are going to have to be opened even though we're not 100% sure yet. That means we need to grow the ivy away from that corner so that we don't get intersection happening. I've got to be able to get it in the right spot.
The setting could hardly be more perfect. New eyes, new vision for the world. An unparalleled blending of science and art.
Often it is difficult for a person to control a complicated sound synthesizer quickly enough. A computer can
Something's just a bit off with the ivy growing.
and do it more quickly and accurately than a human being.
And all this has been just the beginning.
So it's going to be this one, adhesion weight. Pardon me. I think I need some coffee.
Walking through this wasteland, my eyes are fixed on the horizon, holding on to what I am. All alone out in this world, through the darkness I descend. My eyes are fixed on the horizon, pushing onward.
I'd still like for it to attach to the gate a little bit more. We don't want to touch the gravity. Sniper Girl, hey Sniper Girl, it's good to see you. It says it's still being good and doing work without me saying anything. I am. No, I'm good. Is my mic blowing out for you, Sniper Girl? Or does it sound? Does my mic sound okay? I'm just asking because Wambuki said he thought my mic was blowing out. It shouldn't blow out because it runs through Audition, which cleans it up before it gets to OBS. Anyway, let me know if my mic is okay or if it sounds wrong, Sniper Girl. And I'm just trying to get this program to behave, to grow the ivy the way I want it to. Sounds good to you? Though new headsets. So, oh, you got a new headset. Sweet. What'd you get? Always nice to have a new piece of technology to play with. I have so many headphones, I just can't help myself when it comes to headphones. I don't know why. I'm a headphone junkie. Ah, nice. Corsair Void RGB Elite. Sniper Girl says my old one quit working. No, that's sweet. Yeah, no, I love headphones. I just tend to buy them all the time. I've got a drawer upstairs with a couple of pairs in that I just don't use. Although I do like the Logitech wireless ones. They're cool, but I tend to like to wear the earbuds now because, yeah, I get hot ears with the ones that sit over your ear. So I do like the Logitech ones, but yeah, they make my ears hot. And I didn't put it in the right spot. That would help. I'm not loving this, what it's trying to do here for some reason. It's behaving very oddly. I mean, it's growing on the fence, but not growing the way I want it to. No, we don't want that. Maximum distance to a surface at which the surface will attract the ivy. Maximum distance to a surface at which the surface will attract the ivy. Sniper Girl says, so again, to me you sound fine, but considering new headset, not the best person to ask. Sniper Girl says, the ivy isn't really that accurate. Ivy tends, yeah, I know, it tends to climb up the fence going in between the, yeah, I know, that's exactly what I'm trying to work out here. It shouldn't be growing out this way. It should be growing up this way. So I'm trying to work out which setting here. Again, I'm using this free ivy generator. I normally use a plugin in Max, but I thought we'd try this program because Euro has recommended it. He uses it. And it means that you can use it regardless of what 3D software you use. So we're using a new piece of software that I haven't played with before, that Euro recommended, to do our Ivy. And yeah, we're just trying to work out which setting is which. And again, the interface is a bit weird here. It hasn't been updated since 2007, so it is quite old. And yeah, the sliders don't really correspond the way you think they do. Sniper Girl says, new software, and let me guess, you didn't look at a tutorial. Well, it's not so much a tutorial. I understand how to use it. It's just these different values are a little bit fiddly. So I'm trying to work out which one is the one that I want. That's okay, we can just play around until we get it right. I'm not in a rush, are you? I can take my time. There's no rush. Let's pull that all the way up. Let's try pulling it all the way down, I guess. Still tends to want to grow out like this way. I mean, it is growing up a little, but it tends to more to... Ivy will spill out like this if it's growing, but it should be growing up the gate a little bit more than it is. Density of the branching and structure, that's not what we want. We don't want gravity. Weight of the random growing direction. Let's try pulling that up. See, no, that's not what we want because that's making it grow out. Yeah. Let's try pulling it all the way down. Ivy does not grow like that. Not in such a straight line. So we do want some of this. No, that is not correct. This program is doing my head in. We might come back to the Ivy. We might move back to the Art Nouveau gate. And I may go back to using my plugin in Max. The program is good, I'm sure. It's just fiddly to work with. I'll persevere for a little bit longer. Yeah, that's not the way ivy grows. It doesn't grow like a tree. I have used this program once before on some other statues, and it did a pretty good job on them. So I'm just wondering why it's having a bit of an issue here with the gate. It's nothing to do with the size. Let's try killing the longer branches a bit sooner. Yeah, no. It's better. Like we're not getting it growing out quite as much, but it's not growing high as I want. So we are getting there. Adhesion, gravity, weight. We don't want to really change the gravity. No. We don't want ivy quite that big. Still too big.
When your world feels like it's crumbling now, just know that I'll be around. I'll always be there to catch you when you're falling. I know that you've been feeling down every time that you call out. Girl, I will be there every time you need me. And you know we gotta be together, 'cause we are designed to be forever.
No, I think I may have to go back to using the plugin I use in Max. I've had enough of this for now. Phil says no more. So let's open up what we were working on last week, which is the nouveau entry. We'll come back to doing the ivy at a later date. So the nouveau entry. We broke it up, so we're going to be bringing a column in. We're going to be bringing in one half of this, one half of this. We broke these columns up. We'll bring them in separately. We're going to keep the tiles as one object. The doors will be one object that will mirror. And I guess this will be, with this piece, will be one object, and then we have a statue which will duplicate. So let's see here. Again, this was not designed to be used in a game, so we're going to have to do some optimization. Because you see how many materials we're currently using. Way too many. Okay, I'm just trying to work out what's going on here. Alright, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? Let's just isolate this piece. And I think what I might do is, let's throw an unwrap UVW down. Just waiting for Max. We're going to work with UV channel 2. And we're going to move them. I'm going to see if I can get all this done in one material map. Again, that object uses probably 6 materials. So I'm going to try and see if we can't condense it down to 1. We'll see how we go. So we'll get Max to do a repack. That'll give me a good opportunity to have a copy. It'll take Max a little while because it's taking 6 different texture maps and trying to pack them into one UV space. You haven't crashed, have you? No, it's still thinking about it, I think. So yeah, so long as my mic is good and I'm not too hot for anyone, like it's not blowing out or anything, that's good. Like I said, I hadn't changed anything, but I did upgrade. Windows did a cumulative update this morning and a .NET update. And every time a cumulative update comes through, it always messes with Windows audio. Usually. But everything looks good as far as OBS and Audition goes that I can see. Yeah, what are you doing? It is still thinking about it. So you guys getting ready for Christmas? It's going to be here soon. I can't believe we're almost at the end of November. So December, any time now. In about a week, we'll be in December. And you guys, of course, in the US have your Thanksgiving, don't you? And all those Black Friday sales have already started. That's what my delivery was before. It was stuff, more stuff from Amazon. I can't resist the Black Friday deals. I should. I buy too much stuff from Amazon. Sniper Girl says, enjoying the end of November, have the entire week. Oh, your luck. I'm so jealous. Phil's getting tired, you know. Toward the end of the year, it starts to all pile on because I've got to get all stuff finished at the studio prior to going on break. So yeah, I'm jealous. Enjoy your week off. And you're all good now, aren't you, with your food poisoning, Sniper Girl? It's taking Max a very long time here. I've noticed Max's packing tool is not the fastest around, to be honest. Sniper Girl says, it's getting there. I originally was going to visit my family in Kankakee, but my grandfather isn't doing too well, so it was cancelled for now, making the best out of it. She says, yeah, been done with that for a while. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're back to normal. Food poisoning is not a nice thing. Well, that's okay. I mean, I haven't seen my brother and my sister for 2 years because of the lockdowns that we've had in Australia, because the different states have closed the borders, but they're all open again now. Almost all of them. Most of them are reopened now. So I'm looking forward to seeing my sister and my brother after a couple of years. So it sucks about your grandfather not doing too well though. Sniper Girl says, figured days off were approved, so why the hell go into work even though I'm not going anywhere? Fair enough. Look, I'm taking, like, I finished streaming and work around mid-December, and I'm back around mid-January. I'm only going up to see my brother and my sister for Christmas. And I'll be back probably in Melbourne by New Year. And I won't be doing anything. I'll be at home. I'm not going out New Year's Eve. I don't like to go out New Year's Eve because there's too many people everywhere and it's hard to get a taxi or an Uber. So I won't be going out on New Year's Eve. I'll be sitting in front of the TV watching the fireworks and having a drink. Because New Year's Eve, Christmas and the Melbourne Cup are really the only 3 times a year that I drink. So that's what I'll be doing. Which is fine. I like my own company, and I enjoy a quiet night in sometimes, well, most times these days. Because I'm so old. When I was your guys' age, I would have been out drinking all night long. Multiple venues all night long. Not that I'm suggesting you should do that because it's bad. Not good. Rename card. Says I hear that. It's good to see your rename card. Hope you're doing well. I'm still waiting on Max to finish packing this stuff for me. It is working, but it's hidden behind me down here. It gives me a percentage. So Max's pack is just a bit slow. I'm not even sure we're going to be able to use it because we may be trying to cram too many separate texture maps into one UV space. It may end up being too low res, in which case we'll break it up a little bit. But you don't know till you try. Rename card says, thanks Phil, hope you're doing well as well. I am doing really good. Yes, no, I'm good. Thanks, rename card. Doing good. I was trying to do Ivy this morning using another program and it wasn't working for me, so that's not good. That's why we moved back to doing the Nouveau entry here. Yeah, sometimes you're just having one of those days where you just don't feel it. I'm sort of having one of those days today, where I'm just not feeling it, if you know what I mean, guys. you know, yeah, like generally I love my work and I always have, but there are sometimes some days where you just find it hard to get into it. And I'm having one of those days. I think it's because the year's winding down, you know. Rename Car says, yeah, I definitely have them days, yeah. It's one of those days where I'm finding it hard to get into it. And I am looking forward to having a break because I'm a bit tired. So if we look at what Max has done here, this is not going to work well for us for our, what is that, by the way? Let's just check what that is. For our texture map. That is what? What is that? Let's select a few of them so I can get a better idea of exactly what that is. You know, I don't know. That is bizarre. Okay, let's see if we can't do it another way. Yeah, I have a feeling it's to do with this. This is actually a well, not super high poly, but pretty high poly mesh. This relief. So what we probably should do is we should probably bake it down. So yeah, let's separate these up a bit. So let's remove the unwrap and select some bits and pieces. So those, that, let's do these as well. Again, when I made this, I did not make it to go into a game, so it will require a bit of optimization. The same with this, we don't actually want that. Don't do that. And we'll take that and we'll take the frame and we'll take that. I'll come back and remove that in a minute. And we'll take, we won't take that, but we'll take these. So, Just got to go through and remove a couple of these bits and pieces. Sniper Girl says, well, the IB program was working. It's certain somebody didn't look at any tutorials, that's all. I did. I used it. I've used it before. I used it for ivy that I've got growing on some statues, which I can show you. I can prove it. Let me get this done first. I have used it before. It is fiddly to use, so that's the problem. It's not like the plugin I'm used to using in Max. It's a fiddly. Yeah, there are a lot more settings in that standalone program, which makes it a little bit more complicated to use. And the interface was made in 2007, so it's got one of those ZBrush-like interfaces. Whereas the plugin that I use is a lot more straightforward. Oh, don't do that. You're being a real pain, aren't you, Max? Well, let's do this. I want to make sure I don't select stuff I don't want. I'm going to remove all of that. I'm going to have to go through and do it bit by bit, just to make sure I don't select something I shouldn't. Because this is very high polygon, this central section through here. Again, when I made it, it was not made to go into a game, so it was actually made for high, close-up, high-resolution render. We're going to have to design a walkway for this as well to join these two pieces together. Like we're going to have this at the front, we're going to have another copy of it at the back, and then we need a walkway that will join them together. So let's get it textured up and optimized first. You know, I remember creating all of these little bits and pieces at the top here, and it was a major pain. I still have vivid memories of doing it though. All these little decorative bits. Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. So then we want this bit, this bit, this bit. Let me see if I can tempt fate and do it this way. Yep, good. Okay, got that, got that, got that. All right. Okay, I think that's everything. So I'm going to detach this. And let's try redoing the unwrap on just this bit. Snappy Girl says 20,000 more points and you're playing the horse riding game on Steam. Oh no! She wants me to play some horrible My Little Pony type game. 20,000 more points, oh, that'll take you a while though. Hey, I will play it if you want me to, but yep. Have fun. She says have fun. Wow. Map channel 2, we're going to move them. Let's get Max to do a repack. And I'll have some more copy. Alright, we'll get Max, I'll get Max to render out a texture and we'll see what it's like, basically. So what I'm going to do though, so we can do a comparison, is I'm going to duplicate this piece. And we'll do a render to texture on this duplicate. So render to texture. Actually, the render to texture, again, if you're a Max user, render to texture was the old way to do a bake out. Now the new one is called bake to texture, and this is a better one to use instead of render to texture. This is newer in Max. So we want a diffuse. Let's call it NOUVE Nouveau middle. We'll save it as a PNG and let's send it into its own folder. Models. Nouveau entry. We'll call it textures. So we are using UV channel 2. Okay, let's get that to do a bake out. and it is quite fast to bake out. So we have our original here, and we're going to swap that texture bake out to on this one here, and then we'll do a comparison between the two. So we want a standard, we want a bitmap. Models. Nuvo entry, textures. Make sure we've got it selected, and we don't. And let's assign the material. It's going to turn off map seams, and let's open up the channel info. And copy from 2 to 1. And this is what I was afraid of. Let's just bring it over so we can sort of see it side by side. You see the low resolution we're getting here? That's not so much of an issue though, or is it? No, because I think we're going to be replacing that with another piece on top of it anyway. But we are losing a lot of resolution here. Also through here. So we're going to have to break it up even more. It's still too much for one texture map. So so let's break it up even more. Let's take the top piece off. We can get rid of that UV map. And we want to remove that. So let's attach that. We will also remove these. Actually, yeah, let's detach these. I want to attach this bit to these, so let's deselect all of this. And attach that. And let's attach that to these. Because they all use a similar texture map. So I'm trying to keep everything relatively organized. Okay, so we have those, we have the top piece, and then we have this piece here. We may even we may break this up with the doorway. Let's separate out the doorway as well. So detach. Okay, let's just concentrate on this bit through here. So again, I'm going to copy it. Do an unwrap. Hit max to do a repack. We will do a bake out. Map channel 2. 2. We'll call this one Nouveau Center. And bake. Just waiting for Max here to finish. Okay, let's load up that texture map. I'm just going to delete this one so I don't get completely confused. And let's assign it. And copy our channel info. And let's do a comparison. So now we don't have the problem, it looks okay. I'm not seeing huge problems. If anything, the new one looks crisper than the old one. Okay. So let's keep going with the rest of these bits and pieces. I'm just going to move, as we retexture or optimize, we're going to move it over. So we'll have the original over here and the optimized version to the side. Let's move to this top piece. So again, let's duplicate it. Throw down an unwrap. Add channel 2. Get Max to do a repack. Bake it out. We'll call this Nouveau top. And that's not correct. Do I have the wrong thing selected? Let me double check. Come on, Max. Yeah, I do have the wrong thing selected, so I'm just going to where is it?
Doesn't feel like yesterday. It feels so far away.
It's it has the wrong thing selected, so
You come without a fight. Simple things take more heart to lay it down. Where would I start? These crazy days we
like I'm having a problem finding. Oh, there it is. I hit it up here in the corner. We're going to remove that one, re-add the diffuse to Nouveau top, N-O-U-V-E-A-U top. Let's try that again. Yes, we want to overwrite. Okay, let's load that up. Make sure we select the right one. Assign the material. And copy our UVs across from channel 2 to channel 1. We can remove channel 2 while we're here. Actually, we won't remove channel 2. The reason I'm not going to remove channel... Now, the more channels you have, the bigger the file size. But the reason I'm not going to remove channel 2 is we're going to use it as the light map inside of the Unreal Engine. So yeah, that's the reason we'll keep it there. And again, we can see that we've pretty much kept the same quality that we had here. Okay, let's do the doorway. Unwrap on channel 2. Repack. Okay. I wonder if we even really need to do a repack on this one. Pardon me. Let me have a look. That's what I thought it was going to do. Really annoying. I think this is the doorway here. I think it's this one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Am I selected? Yep. Now let's get rid of those. Now if we select this, good. Now we have that. And I'm just going to find this and move it. Door frame. Let's move that into the correct folder. Good. So we don't have to bake that one out. So what have we got left? We have these bits. Let's duplicate them. throw down an unwrap.
I don't care what they do. I don't care about it.
Get Max to do a repack.
Be here with you. Be here with you.
Save and copy. Good suggestion. Let's save it as a revision, so instead of nouveau entry it'll be nouveau entry underscore R2. And I made an error when I did that. We want map channel 2. Cancel. I just need to redo that. So unwrap, I forgot to change to channel 2. Move, open, select, and pack. Okay, now let's do a bake. Again, I need to remove this one. This is the old one. We want to add. I'm going to call this one Nouveau. Nouveau. I'll call them shells. I don't know what else to call them. Let's make that out. And let's load that up. And let's assign that texture and copy our UVs. And it should be good. So I don't think there's anything left now. Both of these should be identical, like are identical, but we've broken it up and re-baked out some texture maps. So instead of having like, I think it was 26, let me check, I can't quite remember. I think it was, that model had a lot of texture maps on it. Where's my ArtStation link? Creative Market, that'll do. Actually, Creative Market is having a sale, and some of my models are up to 50% off as well. So just saying, that's across the board though. Everything on the Creative Market is on sale for Black Friday. Good Friday, Black Friday. I'm just looking for the model. I want to see how many textures it has. Yeah, it had 18 materials all up, so quite a few. And so we're knocking it right back. How are we going for time? Let's unhide everything. So we're getting there. Let's again make sure we do another save, I guess. And I think we might leave it there for today, guys and girls. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll finish optimizing this asset so we can bring it into the Unreal Engine. And then we're going to start working on creating the walkway between the two entryways here. So we'll do that live on stream as well, like we did with the gate. I'll design it on stream and we'll texture it up on stream and all that jazz. I do want to thank you guys and girls very much for hanging out with me and for watching. Sorry if I'm a bit flat today. I'm just not feeling it quite. But I will be back on again tomorrow. We'll finish off the optimization and start working on the design for the entryway, the hallway, whatever we want to call whatever is going to join these two things together. You guys and girls have a great night, and hopefully I will see you all again tomorrow. See you guys.